We may have to have someone else come up and do. Is someone else available that has the docs already that can come up and do it?
I can read Mrs. Budnick as well.
Okay, we do that. Okay, and then I can switch out if need to.
Okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Taylor Budnick, real father's rights for the petitioner Giese, and he is present at the council's table.
I'm sorry, Giese? Is that the way? And then this is John. Petitioner's John.
Yes, sir. My name is John Giese.
And Mr. Sands.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Thomas Sands on behalf of Miss Olson, who's present at the council table. Thank you.
Would you state your name, ma'am? And this is Bree, the respondent's Bree. Huckleberry, that's you.
Bree Olson.
I'm going to have the parties face the judicial assistant and take oath. John Giese, the petitioner herein called as a witness on his own behalf, having been duly sworn in, testified as follows. Brianna Lynn Olson, the respondent herein called as a witness on her own behalf, having been duly sworn in, testified as follows. So the respondent is Bree, petitioner's 2K. So who's Bree? Huckleberry, you muted.
I'm looking.
Okay, we're on
Yes.
page. Yeah, it's page 7, line 9. I just want to make sure she's right there with us. Okay. Then 2K.
Yes.
You can all be seated.
Thank you. The court.
That's
Thank
me.
you. Yeah.
I
had it zoomed in too far.
You're good. Let me tell you where I think we are, as you can confirm or correct me. I believe this morning, or this afternoon, I should say set for this morning, but here we are in the afternoon. We have a request for a domestic violence restraining order for Mr. Giese, and we have his request for order on custody and visitation that was filed on May 7th. There is a request for an evidentiary hearing on that matter. So I need to figure out how that ties into all of this. So I think procedurally, that's where we are. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes, we are in agreement.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think with respect to the evidentiary hearing, my thought was to deal with this issue are fairly intertwined. So I think the restraining order hearing and the evidence we present is the restraining order hearing will also inform the court about a lot of the custodial issues. Not all of them, but dealing with these restraining order requests first. Let me screw up. And then at that point, once the court rules on the restraining order, there may be a need for a further evidentiary hearing on custody. There may not be. You may have enough information.
Okay, I'm hearing a little bit of inconsistency.
Right.
Let me hear from Mr. Sands.
That's, I think, the complexity of this case, Your Honor. How do we extract the issues of domestic violence from those with respect to the custody issues? Obviously, we want to be focused and what?
Yeah. As
on the issues of the domestic violence. First, have those issues determined by the court, and then perhaps have the issues of the child custody relationship moved forward, because if there's no domestic violence, we have an analysis from the court. If we do have DV, we have 3,044 issues plus the issues of custody and visitation.
I guess the only alternative would be we present all of our evidence at once. I realize that the minor child is fairly young. I think he had initially said maybe APPA. I don't think APPA is necessary for a child of this age. I think the testimony of the parties is really going to be, and other witnesses will be the evidence on custody. So, if Your Honor would prefer, we're also ready to deal with everything sort of all at once while we are here.
I'm trying to think of what's going to be most efficient. In general, I would say yes, do the restraining order first. To the extent there's going to be a heavy overlap of testimony and evidence, I kind of see doing it all at once and not breaking it up.
It's not my intent to object to relevance and DV. I want to make sure we litigate the DV issue first and foremost. If there's a spillover of custody and visitation, that's fine, but I want to make sure we have the DV dealt with first. That's my concern.
Okay, I think we're going to have to take it as it comes.
Sure.
We'll see as we get into it, we'll see. Worst case scenario is, do we do the DV, decide it, and come back and do some, hopefully that won't be necessary.
And then I guess a couple other housekeeping issues. We do have, I know myself and non-party witnesses here. I would ask if the court is inclined to let us call them out of order. We're not going to finish today, so they don't have to come back for another day, and their testimony should be fairly brief.
I have skepticism about finishing today. Why do you say that? To me, I've read all of the papers. It doesn't seem very complicated to me, to be honest. I'm not sure what outcome there's going to be, but I don't think it's that complicated. Oh, can I take a quick break? You guys, I want to make sure that you guys know we're reading word for word from the transcript, so I know like the sentence before that I read was missing words. We're not skipping over, we're reading word for word, and yes, this is an old document. Mods, thank you guys for doing a good job for answering the questions in chat. Okay, sorry, Miss Budnick.
Dang it. Hold on.
Line 8.
Miss Budnick. There I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think to the extent we're submitting declarations and everything that's attached to them without objection, I think that would streamline the process. There have been fairly significant, a handful of incidents that have happened since the request was filed that I think my client will need to testify to one of our witnesses here today. And really, both of the witnesses have some testimony to offer on these additional incidents. If we're talking about just the restraining order, I think yes, we could probably get through that today. If we're dealing with the custody and move away,
I don't think the move away is going to.
I don't think if move away is, there hasn't been a custody order made. My client, they're agreed to custodial time, as Your Honor probably read in our reply.
It's kind of haphazard.
That's a polite way to describe it.
It's a set schedule. It has been significant amounts of time, but it's been here, which is, the child isn't in school yet. I don't know. Like I said, a move away is the way to proceed it, or allowing my client to exercise his time in Texas where he lives.
One other thought. Generally, I'd be very receptive to hear people taken out of order. To the extent I want to hear from them because the parties have told me what I need to know. I'd probably want to defer them a little bit. You want them to be taken today?
Yes.
Why don't we get into it and we'll see where we are? Before we do, I have to tell Miss Olson. So, this is a request for a domestic violence restraining order against you. Restraining orders are civil in nature, and if one is entered and you violate it, that can be a crime. You have to think about that.
Okay.
Restraining orders can have implications for a variety of things, including ownership, ammunition ownership, immigration issues, employment issues, any number of things like that. If you have a restraining order on your record, it goes into your permanent record. And when people check on things like, I know I ran into this in a school environment, your child's not ready for school, but if your child gets to be, W is his name, if he gets to be a kindergartner and you want to be the room parent, they may check and say, well, sorry, you can't because you have a restraining order. These things, they can be consequential, okay? Perhaps the most important aspect of it is that under a provision of the family code, I don't know if you talk to your lawyer about it or not, section 3044, it says that if it is presumably detrimental to the interest of the minor to have a person who is found liable for having engaged in domestic violence acts, absent violence, to have sole, joint, legal, or physical custody. If I were to find it's appropriate to enter a restraining order, then you would not be able to have sole or joint, legal, or physical custody unless at some point down the road you were to rebuke the factors that led to that conclusion in the first place, probably a separate legal proceedings before I could give you that. It doesn't mean no visitation, but it would mean no sole or joint legal or physical custody. Okay? All right. So you understand. Really fast before you finish. You guys, that just answered all of our questions when people kept asking me this whole week why they're doing the DVRO first. Now we know. Because if that's granted, she cannot get the custody. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Bree.
Yes, I understand.
So the way that we need to proceed, Mr. Gacy has the burden of proof. So his side and Miss Budnick. Do I have that right?
Yes.
They're going to go first and put on their case. And then when they are done, I want to turn to the respondent side and your turn to put on your case. And then we come back here for rebuttal if any is, appropriate. I'm going to ask you before we start, what is the nature of your evidence? And by that I mean, I have 3 witnesses, I have videos, I have photographs, etc., etc.
Absolutely. So I do have the photographs and the reference videos that were attached to the restraining order request that we had filed. I also had spoken to counsel about using the supplemental declaration that we filed in connection with the restraining order and the exhibits attached thereto, and an ex parte declaration that we filed. I believe that was filed May 30th in the exhibits, and then the reply with the exhibits.
Okay. So you're saying that every declaration that he's given in this case, you want to what? You want to offer those?
the exhibits attached to those declarations, and again, I think because of the timing, filing a custody request and a restraining order, there is overlap in the evidence. So the evidence that we filed in the ex parte and in connection with the request for order for custody does have relevance to the DV. So if the court and counsel does not object, I would submit all of those declarations and the attached exhibits. Then that can certainly help streamline my representation of evidence for the restraining order.
Mr. Sands, how do you feel about that?
I absolutely object, Your Honor. A supplemental declaration contains 3 different statements from.
Well, if you're going to object, I probably will require you to.
That's supplemental.
That's fine. I can go through the court, but what about?
No, that's me. It says yours is just stops at I go through it. And the court is. It's confusing, guys. We're doing our best. But what about taken in order?
The original, yeah, in the declaration itself, Your Honor. I mean, there are several objections to the statements in here from third parties. There's a lot of hearsay in here, speculation.
I think we'll have to go through the testimony. What about the exhibits that are attached?
I can, to the extent that those, Your Honor. So I don't have an objection to 1 exhibit. 2, there's.
Go through it quietly and tell me. Just take a moment and.
I'm ready to tell the court what I'm okay with and not okay with.
All we want to know is if you're okay with most of them. Say, I object to number 9.
I see.
This is his declaration of May 3rd.
Yes.
Hold on just a second. Hold on. You guys, give me just 1 second. My granddaughter just got here.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so bored.
Your turn's coming up. Hold on just a second, okay? You're lip reading. No, it's just my granddaughter's here. Hold on, let me get her some colors.
Already complaining, just like Bree. Good job.
Listen, okay? I've never been skiing, so I don't know what it's like, okay?
Good girl. Good girl.
I don't know why you didn't bring your friend Molly to this party.
Oh gosh, where's Molly when you need her?
I don't know. It's kind of sounding like Mr. Sands actually did at this
It's
point.
almost like Molly is out skiing.
Okay, sorry, it's had to get the grandbaby taken care of. Okay. Oh, you guys are good with them. Okay. Where did we leave off at? What are you guys doing?
Line 1, Miss Budnick.
Oh, okay. Miss Budnick was the yes. Okay. And these courts are these exhibits are numbered?
They are numbered.
Your Honor, in the original declaration that was filed on May 3rd, we have objection to 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 15. And in the supplemental declaration, Your Honor, we object to all the exhibits, basically 1, 2.
You don't agree on any?
No.
All right, so there's not a lot of agreement on this, but there are some in the original declaration which you don't object to, which I'll say look like 1, 2, 3, 8, and 14.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to receive 1, 2, 3, 8, and 14 attached to the May 3rd declaration of Mr. Gacy and evidence by agreement. So what else do we have, Ms. Budnick?
So we did file an ex parte with the declaration and exhibits attached. I think to those. Wait, did I skip one?
Yeah.
I think to the extent we can, I was planning to offer some of those, really all of those exhibits in connection with this hearing. If we can agree that those come in or any of those come in, so I don't have to deal with them.
Here's the thing, Your Honor. That's all dealing with the custody aspect of it. It's basically an ex parte for custody.
I'm just going to assume you're not agreeing to this. I don't want to spend a lot of time arguing. Let's just get into the case. What can we agree? Wait, what we can agree to be very easily, I'd like to do.
Okay.
So those are the exhibits that you, Ms. Budnick?
And then our reply declaration, we did have a number of exhibits as well. I think counsel may have the same objection. Many of them relate to custody. I will point out that in their ex parte and the related and the reply, there is testimony in the exhibits related to the respondent being intoxicated while caring for the minor child that is relevant to the restraining order issue and the need for one, physical abuse by respondent and further online harassment by respondent. I can go through.
I want to know yes or no. Are there any you agree to?
Here's the problem.
Just tell me yes or no. If the answer is no,
No, sorry. I apologize.
you don't have to apologize.
If the court wants an explanation, give it.
One thing I should say, we do have a court reporter here, so we need to respect. Don't interrupt one another. I have a tendency to do that, which I will try to curb, but I would ask you all to do the same. So we have a limited agreement on certain exhibits and evidence. The ones that I mentioned, there's no other agreement on exhibits. So what other kind of evidence do you have?
So we do have testimony, obviously, from at least 3 non-party witnesses, oral testimony.
And what are their names?
So we have my client's mother, Jennifer Kinn, and then we have 2 individuals. The first is...
Let's not say their government name. We can just call them Funeral and Lena. I don't want to put that in them.
Yeah, the first name is George.
We'll just call him Funeral. That's Funeral. That's his name on his talk, so that's how people know him. Okay. The court, that's Mill.
And then Miss Ma'am.
Or you can say Lena, because we know her as Lena. I just don't want her last name out.
Okay.
Lena or Nina?
Lena with an L. Her last name is Beautiful, and and then potentially my client's sister, Aunt Geesey. She is not here right now. She's with the minor child. So if we don't finish today, my plan would be to, if Your Honor would allow her to appear remotely and give some testimony. Her testimony may be redundant, so we may not need her.
Okay. Anything else?
The 2 parties, there's video evidence that we had referenced in the restraining order request, and I think supplemental declaration of the ex parte potentially, and the reply that we would offer that I think counsel objected to. So we would like to play those recordings for the court. There is also significant numbers of videos that we may introduce for impeachment purposes if we need to.
And how do you plan to show the videos?
I have my computer with me. I have a flash drive, so I can give the court a flash drive. And counsel, I did exchange emails with the counsel last night, and I asked what his reference would be whether that's emailing impeachment videos as I need to offer them in offer them or putting them on a flash drive.
I think you're going to find the um, I think you're going to find the court won't use your flash drive because we can't put anything that might.
Not after the ransomware.
I understand the question. So my thought is I would play the video on my computer in the courtroom and everyone can listen to it.
That's probably the best way.
Right.
What about the nature of your end of it, Mr. Sands?
It's photographs of the respondent from an incident of A in 2023 and in a text message from yesterday's exchange. That's everything that we have, Your Honor.
What about witnesses?
Just my client, Mr. Giese, and Bella. She's not available today, but if it comes to our case in chief and we will need to call her, we will.
Remotely?
I don't have that stipulation yet, Your Honor. I think she can come in person if it's a continued day, but we'll see.
Okay, you guys are much more pessimistic than I am about this moving along. The young woman in the back is not a witness.
No,
No.
she's not going to be called.
All right, so I think we're ready to start. Let me ask the reporter off record. Who is your first witness?
If we can go out of order, we'll start with funeral. He is in the hallway.
Just wait a second.
There was an incident, a physical incident in front of the minor child that occurred yesterday where respondent attacked the gentleman during what was supposed to be a custodial exchange. The police ended up being called to the Airbnb where my client was staying with the minor child. Funeral was present for the attack. He was the one who was actually physically attacked by the respondent.
What's his role in all of this?
So he was president for the custodial exchange. The minor child was there.
Who is he?
He is a friend of my client.
We object, Your Honor. I mean, it's an incident between a third party. To the extent it's going to be a propensity that she did this here, she did this there. There's no witnessing incident of violence. Simply an altercation that was a third party that was unannounced at the exchange.
That's at the exchange, which is kind of important.
It's a custody dispute issue, Your Honor. It's not related to the DV.
I don't know. How long do you think this witness would testify?
It should be very quick.
Where would you go after him?
I would move on again to Lena. She's here and as an offer of proof of her testimony, she has information about the respondent's conduct of hacking my client's accounts, taking money from his business account, harassing him online, accessing his phone.
Wait, what does she know about your client? Wait, what does she know that your client can testify?
I think so. There have been admissions by the respondent as to this conduct, whereas my client is testifying to the fact that he's seen it happen. There was I mean, without arguing my cause, there was activity in his account that I altered as fraudulent, suspicious activity.
What is she testifying about?
She is testifying to what the respondent told her she did. It would be a party admission of domestic violence.
I see. Okay, and then?
And I'm not done. She also has observed, and again, this goes to the restraining order. While the minor child has been in the respondent's sole care, she has observed the minor child being respondent's sole care. She has observed the minor child being intoxicated while she's supposed to care for the minor child. Wow, that was hard.
Yeah, you guys, that's actually really what it says. It clearly, her judge, or his attorney at the time, said that she observed the minor child being intoxicated. They meant she observed Bree being intoxicated while she's supposed to be taking care of the minor child. I just want you to think we're messing up. Okay, the court, that's me. The minor child was intoxicated?
The respondent being intoxicated. She's also witnessed verbal abuse and recently as yesterday by the respondent to my client.
Well, I'm not too sure. No time like the present. Why don't you call, is it Funeral?
Yes.
Would you get Mr. Funeral? The plaintiff, yes, Your Honor. Come on forward. If you would walk right over here next to the fan, and before you sit down, if you would state your name, and then I'm going to have you take the oath. So Huckleberry, can you be Funeral?
Sir.
Okay. So you're on line 1. Just say Funeral instead of his name, please. Oh, I'm still reading that. So Funeral called as a witness by the petitioner, having been duly sworn and testified as follows.
Yes, sir.
Please state and spell your first and last name, which you don't have to do.
Funeral.
There you go. So, Mr. Funeral, this proceeding is going to start with Miss Budnick asking you questions, and then when she's done, then I think Mr. Sands will likely ask you questions. I might ask you some questions along the way, so I can make sure I'm following. If you have any questions about this and don't get it or don't understand a question, you can just ask.
Okay.
The rule is you see a court reporter here. So it's important for you to wait until the question is done before you answer. And then they'll wait before you answer. And then they'll wait before you answer before asking another one, because otherwise we can't get a clean record.
All right.
Miss Budnick? This is for examination.
Yeah. Trying to figure out direct examination by Miss Budnick. Thank you, Funeral. Did you have any interaction with the respondent yesterday?
The respondent is who?
I'm sorry, Brianna Olson.
No.
Did you see her yesterday?
Yes.
Did she have any contact with you yesterday?
Yes.
Can you tell the court what happened yesterday?
So basically, I'm recording for him, which I do videos. My business is an LLC for videos. I basically walked outside showing that he's putting his baby in the car. And she came around the corner of the car, said that I was recording her. I told her I wasn't recording her, and she came and smacked my hand and my camera.
The baby W was present when she smacked your hand, correct?
Yes. He was in 2K's hand.
You said 2K? Can you explain to the court who you mean when you refer to 2K?
That's John. That's his social media presence name. So I'm a videographer. I don't know him too much as far as his real government and everything.
As far as his what?
His government. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. So you're a videographer?
Yes, I'm a videographer.
And you've been hired by the petitioner, Mr. Gacy?
Yes.
You don't really know him very well.
I know him, but not for like years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And so he asked you to do something yesterday.
Yes, I'm working.
What did he ask you to do yesterday?
I'm shooting videos for him.
Showing videos?
Shooting videos.
Shooting videos. So just come and shoot videos? That's the direction?
Content for his YouTube.
Go ahead and ask him.
Sure.
I may ask some follow ups. This is not familiar to me.
To clarify, do you have an understanding of what the respondent, Miss Olson, and the petitioner, Mr. Giese, do for a living?
Yes.
What do they both do for a living?
Content, social media.
They create content for social media to earn income.
Yes.
You were hired by Mr. Giese to help him shoot film content.
Yes.
And you were working on film and content yesterday, correct?
Yes.
And then after the respondent, Miss Olson, can you describe how you said she slapped your hand and moved your camera? Can you describe for the court her mannerisms? What was she doing specifically?
I was very calm and she was aggressive. I came out, she attacked me.
Was she anywhere near you before she came up to you and slapped your hand in the camera?
What do you mean?
Where was she in relation to you?
She was in the car.
She got out of the car specifically to come at you?
Come to me.
Do you know if either you or the respondent, Miss Olson, called the police following this incident?
If what?
Either of you called the police.
Yeah.
Did you or did both of you?
I believe both.
And then at some point yesterday, did the police, where were you when this call occurred?
In the house.
In where?
In the house.
What house were you at?
John, the Airbnb.
And so did at some point then after you and Miss Olson called the police, did they arrive to the Airbnb where
Yes.
John was staying at? Did you have any conversation with the police?
Yes.
And during this time, was the baby with the respondent or with the petitioner?
There was
Miss Olson or Mr. Giese?
Gacy.
And then the police left. And as far as you know, did W remain with John?
Yes.
Did you witness the respondent interact with the petitioner at any point during this incident that happened yesterday?
What do you mean?
Did she say anything to John?
Yeah.
What did she say?
I don't know about in words, but a lot of hateful stuff, very aggressive.
And how loud was she speaking?
Pretty loud.
How long did that go on for?
Maybe an hour or so.
And do you know where she was located in relation to John while she was yelling at him?
In front of the building or Airbnb.
Where was John located while she was yelling?
On the other side of the fence.
So she was waiting outside the property, yelling at him for about an hour?
Yeah.
Do you know if she was filming herself yelling at John?
Yeah.
And did you...
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say yes or no?
Yes.
And do you know... So let me back up. The content that you were filming for John, did that get posted on social media?
No.
That's a private, still correct?
Yes.
The content that Mr. Giese was filming yesterday, did that get posted on social media?
No, sorry, that's Miss Olson. And Miss Olson was filming yesterday.
Yes, that was left.
Do you know if her social media is public or private?
Private. I mean public.
Do you have an estimation as to how many people in the public view her social media?
Hundreds of thousands.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sands, I'm going to cross-examination.
Yes. Do you have a copy of any of the recordings that you took yesterday, sir?
What do you mean?
You filmed content yesterday, correct?
Yeah?
Do you have those on your phone?
Yeah, the video.
Would you mind playing it for the court?
Objection. It was for private. It was not content that is made public.
That's not the standard for receiving it in evidence, but I'm not sure that just taking all of this and showing it to me at this point is sensible.
I do have the recording. I mean, if my client doesn't object to us playing it for the court, I can do that. I have seen it.
Is it an hour?
No.
No, it's a couple of seconds.
A couple seconds?
It's not on YouTube.
So it's not a matter of whether he objects or not. I don't care if it's public or private for evidentiary purposes.
I just wasn't sure if there was any business or anything my client has no issue. We should play the video so the court can see it.
I want to see it on the witness's phone, not something on counsel's laptop.
It's fine with me. It's the same video.
How long is this video approximately?
It's like a minute.
Okay, have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet, no.
Why don't you tee it up and
I'd just rather have him show it to the court so the court can see it.
you don't want to see it first? That's the norm. Right, that just screwed it right there. Sorry.
I can see it if I can approach your honor.
If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just giving you the right to do it.
I will take a look at it.
So why don't you tee it up and show it to Mr. Sands, and we'll find out if there's an objection or not. Have you seen it?
It's the same video.
It's a long minute.
I'm happy to have the court observe it, Your Honor.
What's that?
I'm fine with the court observing that.
Okay, you have it.
Yeah.
Why don't you tee it up and we'll take a look, okay? Video playing. So I reviewed this video. It looks to be the petitioner walking outside a residence with the child, who I presume is W. And as he is approaching a Cadillac, something or other, he is filming. A woman comes up that I believe is a respondent and appears to shove him because the thing goes kind of askew. And then he walks away. Did I describe it accurately?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm returning this phone to you.
May I continue? Thank you. And so, Mr. Funeral, what was the purpose of your recording the custodial exchange yesterday? Did you record any other items yesterday with Mr. Giese, or just that?
Objection, compound.
I'll withdraw the question, Your Honor.
Simplify it.
Did you record any other content yesterday other than that exchange of the minor child?
Yeah, lifestyle video.
Lifestyle video. So you recorded a lifestyle video and you also recorded this exchange, is that correct?
Yes.
Lifestyle video. Okay, hold on, sorry. Do you know if Miss Olson was aware that you were going to be recording the exchange prior to her arrival?
No.
Do you have any understanding if it was supposed to be a custodial exchange at 1 p.m. yesterday?
Say what?
There was supposed to be a custodial exchange at 1 p.m. yesterday?
No.
Isn't it true and correct that in that video you stated you were not recording?
I said I was recording her.
So in the video you state you are recording her.
No, I said I'm not recording her.
This guy.
But isn't it fair to say that you actually were recording her yesterday?
I wasn't recording.
This guy. No.
I wasn't
But
recording her.
But you pointed the camera at her, filmed her.
I pointed the camera at him. See, she came around. She said, "Stop recording me." I moved the camera clear as day. As everybody seen, moved the camera clear as day. She clearly not in the image, and she still came up and smacked me.
But at the end of the day, Mr. Funeral, you were recording Mr. Giese. Handing the child over to Miss Olson, yes or no?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that she was in the pure view of what you were recording yesterday?
Objection. Noise in the court.
Sorry.
Court, line 23.
Oh, sorry. That's a tough word for me. What?
Was she within the scope of the lens when you were recording yesterday?
We saw that she was.
Right.
I'm sorry.
These are crazy. Like, what are they doing?
This is crazy. Off record. This is hard.
Fair enough. So he said, let's see, he's not very nice, huh? Fair enough. I'll move on then, Your Honor. And Mr. Funeral, did you in fact call the police yesterday?
Say what?
Did you call the police yesterday?
Yes.
And you were aware of Miss Olson calling the police?
Yes, I was.
Are you aware of Miss Olson calling the police?
I wasn't on that side when she did call.
Was there ever an instance yesterday when you witnessed Mr. Giese giving the middle finger to Miss Olson during this?
No, I was inside.
And when the police arrived, were you
Aware.
sorry, I had to scroll down. Let's see. Was there ever an instance yesterday when you would? Okay,
No.
sorry, I had to
Yeah.
scroll down.
You're good.
And when the police arrived, were you aware of them arresting anyone?
No.
And other than let me back up. Where do you reside? Do you live in the state of California?
No, in Florida.
You traveled all the way from Florida to California to record Mr. Giese for his custodial exchanges?
Objection.
For his videos.
And one of those videos,
Did you answer?
sorry,
You came from Florida to California to work as a videographer for the petitioner.
Yes, that. Yes.
And are you aware how many followers Mr. Geesey has?
No.
On Instagram?
Yes.
How many is that?
I don't know the exact number.
If I showed you how many he has right now, would that refresh your recollection?
Objection. The relevance of this?
He's
We can stipulate that they're both very well-known personalities on social media on a number of platforms. They both have millions of followers.
They don't, Your Honor. He has 400,000.
The argument is,
Instagram?
remember the rules. When I interrupt, I get to because I'm the MC to this event.
Yes.
So what I read was that she had many more followers than he had, although they both have many, many followers. I don't think showing him a number is going to refresh his recollection as opposed to just reading it.
Sure.
You can ask him.
I'll do that then, Your Honor.
I also, just for clarification of the record, I have been referring to social media. If we can maybe specify now that we're differentiating between TikTok versus Instagram versus YT, we can clarify what we're talking about. I think there's a difference.
I think we understand the umbrella term and the specific examples.
Thank you.
Was any of your equipment or your body injured as a result of yesterday?
Say what? My equipment was damaged?
Did you seek any sort of medical attention?
No.
Did anyone tend to your injuries or anything like that as a result of Mrs. Olson's?
If anybody attended to my injuries, no.
Are you currently seeking to press charges against Miss Olson?
Yes.
Have you filed anything with the police?
Yep.
What's your police report number, if you know?
I don't know that.
Just back me up. How long did you know Mr. Geesey prior to being hired for him yesterday?
Probably about a month.
I would just object. This does misstate the testimony. He wasn't hired specifically for yesterday.
So prior to yesterday, and he said a month.
Do you have any other shoots or anything like that with Mr. Geesey over the next week?
We've been shooting content while I'm out here.
And did Mr. Geesey ask you to record the exchange when he was walking the baby out to Mrs. Olson?
I've been recording everything.
Move to strike, Your Honor, as non-responsive. I want to know if Mr. Geesey is specifically asked Mr. Funeral to record the exchange of the minor child.
You can ask him that direct question. He did say he was recording everything. I think it was responsive, but you might then say, did he specifically address the issue in going outside with the baby?
That would be a better question, Your Honor. Did he specifically ask you to record that exchange?
No, I didn't record.
But you've only recorded an entire minute. How is that? That you were recording everything yesterday.
Because that's a whole different scenario of what was going on.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Just, I guess, to clarify, you have other footage that you have recorded depicting Mr. Geesey's lifestyle?
Yes.
While you have been here in California, other than that 1 minute?
Yes.
snippet of recording or the court heard?
Yes.
And again, as to all of the footage that you filmed for Mr. Giese, let me back up. When did you start? When did you come to California to start recording content with Mr. Giese?
I don't know exact date, but probably about 4 or 5 days ago.
Over the course of 4 or 5 days, have you filmed how much footage?
A lot?
Has any of that footage been publicized on any social media platforms?
0 at all.
No further questions.
Anything further, Mr. Sands?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
I just have a couple questions. When you walked outside with the camera, and then we saw the respondent come up, and you said she smacked you, what do you mean by that?
I had the camera in my hand and she smacked it.
Where?
Basically, like the camera's right here and she smacked the whole front of the camera.
She came up and smacked.
Yes, get it out of my face. She smacked it. If I didn't save time to grip, it would have fell.
Did she come in contact with you or just your camera?
Probably an inch of my hand, not too much.
And then you said you were pursuing a claim. Is it based on just that?
Yes, it's based on my safety.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you. You may step down. You are excused. Good luck. Next witness.
Sure, it is Lena. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's also in the hall.
And then I'll say Lena. Yes.
Do you want to just skip that? Because, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on up here. We'll direct you. If you come up here and stand next to the fan and then just remain standing, and you could take the oath. Lena, called as a witness by the petitioner, having been duly sworn in and testified.
Am I leaving also?
Yeah, is that okay?
Okay, that's fine.
What happened there?
I do.
Clerk, please be seated. Please stand and spell your name.
Lina.
Oh, well. Okay, and then it says please spell, but we already did that, so I'll move ahead. All right, so what's going to happen is that Miss Lena is, Miss Bennick is going to ask you some questions, and after that, probably Mr. Sands may ask you some questions. It's important that you don't speak over any of us. So wait for them to finish, and then you can answer, and then vice versa, because we have a court reporter. She can't take down multiple simultaneous comments. If you have any questions about anything, like you don't understand the question, or you just want some guidance or something, feel free to speak up.
Thank you.
Ms. Budnick?
Thank you. But, Lena, can you please explain to the court how you know the respondent, Bree Olson?
I know Bree from social media. We became friends about a year ago.
At any point this year in 2024, were you staying with the respondent at her residence?
Yes, I was staying with her for about 2 to 3 months.
From what period of time?
It was around not February. It was around her baby shower. So that was March, I think, up until the end of July.
And at the end of July, did anything happen? What happened to cause you to stop living with the respondent or staying with her?
I started to distance myself.
For what reasons?
Due to her lifestyle and her actions.
And what did you observe about her lifestyle that led you to start to distance yourself from her?
The way she was going out constantly and coming home to her child drunk.
How many times over the course of this period, March to the end of July, that you were staying with the respondent, did you observe her going out drunk and then coming home to the child?
At least like 2 to 3 times a week.
And were there other times where she would go out and drink while the baby was with his father?
Yes,
And those are not the times you're referring to because the baby wasn't there, correct?
correct.
And on these occasions when she would come home intoxicated, was there a nanny or other child care provider there to care for W in her place?
The nanny would leave whenever she would come home drunk.
Sorry, is that me? Wait, where are we at?
Yes, 16.
Thank you, sorry. Wait, nanny was what?
The nanny would leave whenever she would come home.
And when you say she would come home drunk, how intoxicated do you mean by this?
There were times.
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation.
So you can explain what caused you to say that by observing what she was doing?
There was one specific time I remember we came home and she could barely like hold herself up, let alone her baby. And then she was going to the bathroom throwing up, and I had to help her take care of her child.
Since you met respondent, at any point has respondent admitted to has she admitted to interfering with John's business in any way?
Yes,
What has she admitted to doing?
she has admitted to hacking into his accounts.
Do you know which accounts specifically she hacked into?
TikTok.
Has she admitted to doing anything else to harass John?
She has always had his phone without him knowing.
When you say she had his phone without him knowing, what do you mean? Like, what specifically did she do?
There was a time I think he left his phone in a car or something, and he was unaware of it. It was a second phone, and she pulled it out of her closet, and she got into it, was going through it, looking through his searches, his social media, and I'm not sure what else.
Have you ever, over the course of your relationship with the respondent, have you observed her? Well, let me back up. Do you have an understanding of what the respondent does for a living?
Yes, I do.
What does she do?
She escorts.
And does she do anything specifically related to social media?
Yes, she does do social.
Maybe that's not. Is her social media content more of a source of income or entertainment, in your opinion?
More of entertainment.
And how frequently, even, between March to the end of July, when you were staying with respondent, how frequently would you see her posting on social media?
I don't know, probably a few times a week.
And do you have an understanding of the extent of her social media following? Like, how many followers does she have?
Yes.
What is that understanding?
I think she has around 2 million on TikTok and then around 100,000 on Instagram, if that was your question.
Yes. Do you know, are her social media accounts, are they public accounts?
Yes, they're public.
And when you say a public account, that means anyone in the world can just go and look at her content.
Yes.
And have you observed her talking about the petitioner on her social media accounts?
Yes.
How often?
Every single time that she would go online.
So at least 2 or 3 times a week, she's going on to her public social media talking about the petitioner.
Yes.
And have you heard her say anything offensive about the petitioner on social media?
Yes.
Have you heard her say anything untrue about petitioner on social media?
Yes.
Have you seen or did you have any opportunity to see how the respondent's followers react to her talking about the petitioner on social media?
Yes.
What did you see?
Line 23. It's him getting bullied by it.
Him getting bullied by it.
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for hearsay. It's vague. I mean, is she in his account observing this?
So you said you understand he was bullied, I guess, by people that you understood to be her followers. Is that right?
Yes.
So how do you know that?
I also do social media, so it comes up on my page a lot, and I would read the comments and I would see what people would be saying about him.
So comments about the petitioner show up on your social media page?
Yes.
And those comments show up based on things the respondent is sharing on her social media, correct?
Yes.
After you stopped staying with the respondent, where did you go?
I was staying at another friend's, or I was going to hotels or Airbnbs.
And while this was happening, after you had stopped staying with the respondent, did she do anything, or I guess, are you and the respondent still friends today?
No.
Why did your friendship end?
We got into an altercation where I got physically assaulted by her.
And when you say physically assaulted by her, you mean the respondent physically assaulted you?
Yes.
Can you describe for the court, well, first of all, when did this happen?
This happened around, I would say, August 30th.
Meaning 2.5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
What did the respondent do to you specifically, if you can describe to the court?
She was taunting me. She was throwing my belongings. She also wouldn't give me my belongings. And that's when she put her hands on me a little bit after that.
And do you know if the respondent recorded herself putting her hands on you? Did she record it?
Yes, she did.
And do you know if the respondent shared a recording of her altercation, of her assaulting you with her millions of followers on social media?
Yes, she did.
Do you know after this assault occurred, do you know whether the respondent made any false allegations about assault of you?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Overruled.
What specifically did she accuse petitioner of doing?
Asking me to assault her and paying me to do that?
Say that again?
How do I put that into words? She went online saying that he paid me to assault her, which is false.
She said online that the petitioner paid you to assault the respondent?
Yes.
And again, this false accusation that petitioner paid you to assault the respondent was shared by respondent on her public social media to 2 million plus followers.
Yes, correct.
And the video. Have you seen the video footage of the respondent assaulting you?
Yes.
And if I can play this for the court, this is one of the videos I referenced in the reply declaration that petitioner's counsel did not want to agree to admit. I do have a video of the fight, and I can show it to the council first.
Objection. There's not a transcript of it.
This is a fight between the two of them.
And relevance too, Your Honor.
Hang on. So this is a fight between the witness and the respondent?
I may be jumping ahead of myself, but the respondent has stated that my client, and she shared this publicly on social media again, I think, which is another example of online harassment that my client is enduring. She went on social media and shared with millions of people.
You can ask her about it, right?
That's fine. I can ask the respondent.
Let's move on.
Did you have any... What was your contact with the petitioner prior to the respondent assaulting you on August 30th?
I didn't have any contact with him.
And then at some point after August 30th, did you and the petitioner got in contact, correct?
Yes.
When did that happen?
After the fight.
And what did he, like, how was he indicated?
How was it initiated?
Initiated.
Hold on,
Sorry.
what line are we on?
19.
It was more just like, I'm sorry for what happened, and I feel for you.
Throughout your friendship with the respondent, does this kind of volatile behavior seem to be a pattern of hers?
Yes.
Have you seen her get physical with people other than you?
Recently? Yeah. Yes.
Do you think she has anger issues?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculative. The court...
Sustained.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Sands?
Lena, did the petitioner ask you to come testify today?
Yes.
And do you feel like you're going to get revenge against the respondent if you testify against her today in court?
No.
And did you have any concerns about Miss Olson's parenting during the time that you lived with her?
Yes.
Did you ever call the Department of Children and Family Services against Miss Olson?
No.
Did you ever call the Child Protective Services?
No.
Did you ever call the police?
No.
Did you press any sort of charges with respect to the August 30th incident?
No, I did not.
Is there a reason why you didn't do that?
I've been in contact with my lawyers.
And were there ever occasions where both you and Miss Olson went out drinking together?
Yes.
Is it Mrs. Olson?
I don't know.
You call everybody Mrs., it sounds like.
Should I say Miss?
Yeah.
It is Miss if you're not married.
I mixed them up. So Miss Olson then.
Mrs. Olson is the lady that sells coffee. What?
Miss Olson then.
Sorry, I'm breaking character here. Okay.
Oh my god, that was so random. Okay, sorry.
Miss
I'm just
Olson.
trying to get it. Okay, I'm just trying to get it clear. I would be Miss unless they prefer something else.
And so prior to the time that you lived with Miss Olson, how long had you known her before that?
About 7 or 8 months, I believe.
Is it fair to say that you're told a relationship with Miss Olson would be about a year long?
Yes.
And how is it that did you live with her for a period of time, or how did you end up staying with her?
She told me that I could stay with her while I was in LA.
Are you currently still in LA?
I live in Miami.
She's here.
Where are you residing?
I live in Miami.
So you currently reside in Miami.
Yes.
And did you fly out here specifically for your testimony today?
Yes.
Where are you currently staying?
With John.
You're staying with the petitioner?
Yes.
Were you present yesterday during the custody exchange?
Yes.
Did you witness any of that?
Yes.
Are you in a dating relationship with the petitioner right now?
No.
Did he pay your airfare to travel here?
No.
And you also testified earlier that Miss Olson had a nanny with her. Would the nanny watch the minor child while you and her went out drinking?
Yes, but sometimes I would be there with the nanny.
And Miss Olson would be out.
Yes.
Do you have a specific date for the court that you recall that where you and the nanny stayed at home, but Miss Olson went out?
No, because it was more than just a few times.
But you don't have a single specific date, is that correct?
No, I do not.
Do you have any photographs of the of the respondent drinking?
Yes.
Did you post any of those to social media?
I posted one.
And other than what you contend, is the respondent told you about hacking into the petitioner's TikTok account? Did you personally observe her enter his TikTok account?
She was on live with me more than once while she was doing it.
So is that a yes or a no?
No.
And do you recall the result of her logging on his account? Was she able to get into it? Did she change anything?
Yeah, she got into it, and yeah, she did change.
What did she change?
From what I remember, she changed his bio, and I'm not sure what else.
Do you recall a specific date when she did this?
No.
Did you, after observing the respondent enter his account, did you notify the petitioner of her being in his account?
No, I didn't.
And while you were staying with the respondent, did she charge you any rent?
No.
And you were there for about 3 months, you said?
Yes.
So someone who doesn't charge you rent, do you consider that to be a little hostile person?
Objection. Vague and
Unintelligible.
I had to zoom. I was too zoomed out, really.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Did you think it was a kind gesture of the respondent to not charge you rent for those 3 months?
I have my own apartment, and I was there on and off, and she offered.
Why, if you had your own apartment, were you staying with her?
Because I had a lot of stuff to do in LA.
Why couldn't you get stuff from your own apartment?
Because I live in Miami.
I see. So you have an apartment in Miami.
Yes.
But while you were in Los Angeles, you didn't have an apartment?
I didn't have an apartment in Los Angeles.
I see. So you were staying with the respondent for the time that you were here.
Yes.
And were you shooting content? Were you making videos? What were you doing while you were here?
Content. And I also have meetings with my manager.
Was there ever a point where, what was the last day that you stayed with the respondent, if you recall?
I don't remember.
Was there ever an incident where you borrowed some of the respondent's clothes and she asked for it back?
Objection. Relevance.
Overruled. Overruled.
They were at odds with each other.
Overruled.
You can answer.
No.
Did you ever borrow any of her things or use any of her items while you stayed with her?
Yes, with her permission.
And what is your understanding then, Lena, as to why your relationship with the respondent went south?
I started to distance myself because of her actions.
What specific actions caused you to distance yourself from her?
The last time I saw her before we got into the fighting incident, she came to where I was staying, where I was where I was having a party, and she was causing a scene and doing really inappropriate things. And after that, I decided to really, really distance myself.
Do you have a specific date for this party occurred?
I believe it was August 23rd, 24th or 23rd. It was that weekend.
Was that in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Then were there ever any times, Lena, where the nanny was not present and you were left alone with the minor child?
Yes.
Do you have any specific dates when that occurred?
I do not have specific dates.
Was it during the period, the 2 or 3 months you stayed with the respondent?
Yes.
Were you physically present with either the petitioner or the respondent on May 2nd of 2024?
I don't remember.
Do you have any personal knowledge as to when the relationship between the petitioner and the respondent ended?
A little bit, yes.
What was your understanding of the date that it ended?
From what I remember, I don't remember the date, but I remember it was a little bit before she ended or she announced her pregnancy.
I see. So is it your understanding that the petitioner and the respondent broke up almost immediately before she gave birth?
Objection. Misstates her testimony.
Pregnancy versus date of birth.
You understand that they broke up during the time when the respondent was pregnant.
It was before that.
And were there ever any instances in which you were present when both the petitioner and respondent were in the same room?
Yes.
Do you have those specific dates for the court?
Yes, I do.
Were they in 2023? Were they in 2024?
There was one time in 2023 and then one time in 2024. It was when they were doing exchanges with W.
And would you come along with the respondent for those exchanges?
A few times?
So at the time you were still friends with the respondent and you were coming with her to exchange the child to the petitioner.
Yes.
And now, as of yesterday, on behalf of the petitioner, you were present for that exchange as well.
Yes.
Were you able to observe Mr. Funeral filming the exchange?
I did not see him filming.
Were you inside during that time period?
Yes, I was inside.
Did you observe Funeral or 2K call the police that day?
I was there, but I was not there when they called the police.
You don't have any personal knowledge whether Funeral or 2K called the police.
I know that they called the police, but I was inside.
How do you know that? Did you watch them? Did they tell you?
Because they told me.
But you personally didn't see them call.
Not that I remember.
Did the respondent ever confide in you that the petitioner physically abused her?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Did the respondent ever confide in you that the petitioner abused her?
No.
From your understanding, how did the respondent describe your relationship with the petitioner?
I think you discredited her relationship with the petitioner.
So did the respondent ever describe her relationship with the petitioner to you?
Yes.
How did she describe it?
She just said that they didn't get along very well.
And those and your observation of them, would you agree with that statement?
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Just a couple. Okay, scrolling up, guys. Hold on a second. My phone's stuck. You were asked if you were a witness for the custody exchange yesterday. Did you observe respondents' behavior at the exchange yesterday at any point in time?
Yes, I did.
What did you observe?
Her acting really inappropriate for the baby being there. A lot of yelling, kind of vandalizing, putting gum on the door.
How long was she? And can you describe for the court where she was in relation to the house itself?
She was outside of the gate.
So there was a gated entry to the inside of the home,
Yes.
and she was outside of that. How long was she outside of that gate?
I think like maybe an hour.
Was she, in addition to kind of vandalizing the property by putting gum on it, was she doing anything else?
Just continuous yelling. Also spit gum on the floor, I believe.
Do you know if she was recording this?
She was on live.
And when you say she was on live, can you explain for the court what that means?
She was on live on TikTok with, I think, almost 2,000, 3,000 people watching.
And again, this is her public TikTok,
Yes.
and she was recording herself yelling at who specifically?
2K.
And when she was yelling at him, was she insulting him?
Yes.
You said that you were asked about photos of respondent drinking and whether some of those videos were posted to social media. Do you know if the respondent posted videos of herself to social media drinking?
Yes.
Just so that we're clear, up until the end of July, you and respondent were friends, correct?
Yes.
When you were staying with respondent in LA, your friend invited you to stay with her while you were here.
Yes.
You said that you were occasionally left alone with the minor child without a nanny. Do you have any idea where respondent would go when she would leave custody or in her care?
She would either be running errands or she would go work, which was going out and drinking.
When you say her work was mainly going out and drinking, why do you say that?
She was paid to go drink with men.
And when you talked about how your friendship ended really after you noticed her doing what you described as really inappropriate things at a party you had. Can you be more specific about what you mean by really inappropriate things?
Hold on really fast, you guys, because I don't have anything for a bit, so I'm gonna let you guys keep going. I'm gonna mute so I can get my granddaughter's gametes, okay? But keep going.
Line 10.
Line 10? Okay. At this party, she was just yelling at everyone, being racist towards my friends, kind of like provoking them, harassing them.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Just a very brief follow-up. Were you aware, Lena, the parties were supposed to exchange the minor child yesterday?
Yes.
How did you come to learn that information?
Because I was there.
So, what was your understanding of what time the child was supposed to be returned to the respondent?
I don't know.
So, were you aware that the child was supposed to be returned to the respondent at 1 p.m.?
No, I didn't know that.
About how long, or do you know how long, The respondent was there waiting for the child yesterday.
No, I don't know.
Do you recall when she left the property?
I'm unaware. It's whenever the cops came when they spoke.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
They spoke with her after they were talking to her. I think she left after that.
Would you disagree with me about that the time period is 3 p.m.?
I'm unaware.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Oh, she took off. This is the court. You don't have to.
Yeah, to be clear, did you see or observe them talking to both the respondent and the petitioner?
Yes, I did.
At some point after the police were aware they was supposed to be a custodial exchange as far as you know.
Yes.
The minor child was left with the petitioner at the end of yesterday.
Yes.
Do you know if the respondent was asked to leave the premises?
Yes, she was.
I have nothing further. Then court. All right. Thank you for your testimony. You may step down. You're excused. Back to Miss Budnick. If we can, my client has to use the restroom. If it's possible to take a quick break.
Do we want to just... Oh,
Sorry,
Andy's
guys.
back.
Sorry, okay, hold on. Let me get back on here. Hold on. What line are we on? Or page and line?
We're on page 66, line
8,
8.
9.
Line 8? Wait. You said 66, line 8?
Yeah. With the petitioner.
Line 8.
Because line 8 is question by Miss Budnick.
It's page 63, line 8.
Oh,
yeah.
63. I was like, wait, what? 63, line 8. Petitioner, all right. Okay, court. We're close to taking an afternoon break. We'll take a 15-minute break.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can walk. Come back in 15 minutes. Push into one.
Okay. John is the petitioner, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know I was playing
Yes,
two
sir.
different roles here. Okay, you guys got me playing a whole bunch of
We
kids.
need
here.
I'm so used to being Budnick, I forgot about being the petitioner, too.
No, I got it filling in. Okay, so he says, yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, someone was asking, like, who's attorney? Can we, we got a whole bunch of new people coming in to the chat
Okay,
asking
so yeah,
questions.
this is first time break. So first of all, we'll go back. This is, we're reading the court transcript from Bree and 2K's original DVRO hearing when Bree came to pick up Baby W and funeral was recording and she hit the camera. So that's what we're reading. I'm the judge, Heather. Go ahead. You guys announce yourselves. Who you guys are playing?
I am Bree's attorney, Mr. Sands.
Perfect.
I am Miss Budnick, which is John's attorney, and I'm the petitioner, which is also John. But I want to ask quick, since I have this, it's like 12:30 here, and my eyes are starting to go wonky. So, does anybody else have these and want to come up and take over my spot?
Well, I was gonna say too, we could even finish up because I have the grandbaby as well. So if we want to finish up these last few, well, I guess we could do it at the break too, and then we can finish up tomorrow and read the rest. Are you guys available tomorrow? Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, I would be available.
Okay, so let's do that since I have the grandbaby. No, don't stop. I know this is a lot of fun when we get a chance to do this. It'll be good because they'll actually be in court tomorrow. And so we'll have a chance to kind of go over the rest of this because you guys, this is 233 pages.
And we're only on 63.
We're only on 63.
And I think we're making actually pretty good progress, actually.
Right. So, yeah, it would take us a very long time to get through the rest of it. And like I said, I have one of my grandbabies who you guys know whenever I have my grandkids, I love to spend time with them. And so we'll do that. We'll end here. We'll end on on 63. Jen is the next witness up, and then we'll come on tomorrow. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yep.
That sounds great.
What
This is actually fun. I love me a little role play.
I know it
this
is
is fun.
Yeah. You guys did a great job. I so appreciate you guys coming up. And now,
What time do you want to come on tomorrow?
it'll probably be I'll be able to come on a little bit earlier. So probably I'll try to do 6 or 6:30.
Okay.
Because I mean, we definitely won't have any results from the hearing tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it probably won't be out until.
So I think tomorrow will be a good night, so I can get a early start. We could really make some progress.
Yeah, so it'll be about 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, because I'm on the West Coast.
I'm chronically online, so whatever.
And I can also post a note too that says, because it always just depends on when my daughter gets home from work. If they get home a little bit early, then I can come on a little bit early. So I'll let you know. Yep. So after
Friday, the only kid in my house is in middle school, and he barely wants to hang out with me. So whenever is good with me.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. Important instructions from Steph. Don't forget to drink tomorrow because you'll be playing bridge. So we.
Oh my goodness.
We need you in rare form.
Okay, everyone, drop me a galaxy. So I'm joking.
Invite Molly, and don't forget your.
Me and Molly will be skiing tomorrow. Don't worry, everyone.
You're good. All right, you guys. I love you so much. You guys all have a great night.
Bye. Have a wonderful evening. It was fun.
Bye.